Welcome to the Mother-Daughter-ish podcast. It's your mama's favorite podcast.
And the podcast your daughter always wanted.
This is Miss Dawn.
And Angelique.
From the 713. Houston, y'all. Get connected and stay connected weekly as new shows debut on Sunday, Wednesday, and please check out our Saturday Out and About showcases.
Enjoy the show. Please subscribe, like, share, comment, and tell every woman on the planet that you know about our show.
Here's our show for today. Happy May the 8th, and I got the wild card Paiton here with me again. And I'm just going to let her have this show for today because I could tell her about my 21-year-old experience, but she already knows. By the time I was 21, I was already married and planning to have a child, so she's nowhere near there.
Thankfully, not playing.
Exactly. So what I want to talk about today, and this is a conversation that moms and daughters can have, I want to talk about from your 21-year-old perspective in the year of 2022, because whatever your perspective is today, I promise you it was not my perspective when I was 21 years old, because I had a goal. My goal was I was going to get married, I was going to have 6 kids, and then after my husband retired from the railroad, we were going to start our own business and travel and be out in the world, you know, with our kids and stuff. So that was my goal at 21, was putting a life plan together pretty much. But let's talk about your 21-year-old perspective and what you think about dating and what you think about friends and what you think about finding jobs and keeping jobs and what you think about the way you're handling your health and, you know, your upkeep and making new friends, because, you know, a lot of people your age, they still friends with everybody they was friends with in high school. So I'm talking about new friends. Like, you've now made friends from a job. You've, you know, made other kind of friends. So go ahead on and do what you do. Talk.
All right. Welcome to my show today. It's Paiton here.
Give her in, she'll take a mile.
This is my intro now. Paiton, Wild Child here. P Breezy, P Money, you know the name. I would say, like, I would need, like, categories. Like, can you give me, like, a category, and I just say, okay, so my perspective from this category.
What's your perspective on making new friends that did not go to school with you? No matter what age they are.
Yes. So, as you know, I have a lot of friends that are like 40,
too many,
50, like grown women, grown men that I've actually made friends with. But I feel like this is just me in general as a person. I will say the world, I can't say it's gotten nicer, but people have become a little bit more welcoming.
Why do you think that is? Because we was on lockdown?
I don't know if it's lockdown. It may have to do literally with just like a shift just in everybody's consciousness or as a whole, you know?
Okay.
So, like, you know, we got TikTok now where spirituality is being like put in your face, because it's just like you should want to be more aware of who you are and what you are and why you are. Mm-hmm. So, I think that's why, like, the world's kind of gotten a little bit nicer, and, you know, everybody's like, eat the rich and, you know, this stuff. They want to take down the people who are doing bad things, and like, you know, the sex trafficking stuff, they want to take people down that are doing that. So yeah, but I would say, like, as far as making friends, for me, it's always been easy. So I have friends that are like probably 60, 40. I got friends that are 15. I got friends that are 13, you know, all ages.
You have a friend that's 13?
I have a friend that is 13.
Who?
His name is Trey.
Why?
And that is my friend.
From where?
Because he cool, he funny. I met him online. Like, we've been friends.
Why is he online?
We've been friends ever since. Like, we've been friends.
Hilarious.
I think he just turned 14.
Oh,
but
my
God.
gosh.
I love Trey. Like, that is my friend.
What is he, a YouTuber, or what is he on?
I mean, we were on a live streaming app.
I
met him on there. We've been friends for 2 years ever since. So, yeah, I got friends of all. Like, I'm not really one to discriminate as far as, like, age, race, whatever, none of that stuff. If I like you, I like you. If we cool, we cool. Mm-hmm. And, you know, me, I like to say I have an open mind, because I feel like I do. I accept anybody. Mm-hmm. I can be friends with anybody from any different walk of life, and I'll understand them, like, if that makes sense. So, that's as far as making friends. What else? What's another category?
Another category would be career. jobs,
I would
career
say
discovering.
Jobs are not a thing right now. Like, people my age don't really care about jobs. Like, that's not
what they care about.
They want to do their own stuff.
Oh,
like,
okay,
they want to be the one in charge.
Make their own money.
I will say what kind of hinders people my age is that they want to make money to show others.
Okay.
They don't really want to make money to, I don't want to say not keep for themselves,
live
but for, like,
on
to
and
live.
invest.
Yeah. I know people that will literally slap their name on something, create a business, and say that they're like a big business mogul. Which, that's your business, baby. You do you. But at the end of the day, the reason that they're doing it is not for to help others or whatever their business is.
It's not for them to get their own apartment.
It'll be like, for stuff like that.
Oh, okay.
Stuff to show.
Okay.
So, like, they'll create their businesses and invest in their businesses to show other people, like, hey, like, I did this. Which, to an extent, business owners do, but that's, like, the priority. They want to be able to post on Instagram, like, look how much money I'm making, look
flossing,
at this.
basically.
Look, like, you don't got this, you don't have your own business like I do. And, people my age would rather make money fast than to acquire the business skills and solving. I can tell you so many people my age that own businesses but don't have problem-solving skills. Like, issues come up and they're like, what do I do? Like, people. But
they started a business just to be able to say they have one.
I don't want to say it's that, but I don't really know how to explain it because it makes sense in my head.
Right. Because you're 21 and it's your 21-year-old
and I see it. Yeah. So people will make an online business and want to make money off of people fast, other than actually acquiring business mindset. People my age have businesses and can't control their emotions. Yeah,
because they haven't figured out that when you earn money fast, it leaves fast as well.
So, and then also, like, they're making money fast. They're going to indulge in different things faster and at a higher rate. So, a lot of times they're making money right now. In 10, 5, 15 years from now, they may not have that business no more. They may not even...
And I don't even think y'all care, though, huh?
They may have to be working a regular job. But I feel like it's become backwards. Like, I feel like it used to be like, maybe back in your day, it was like you work a job to help you create your business and you create your mindset and all that stuff. And then by the time you're like 50-something, you don't have to work a job no more. I feel like now it's backwards. People are creating jobs this 10, 15, 20,
and then they end up going working
a
9 to 5.
They're going to have to end up working a 9 to 5 because they don't have the real mindset.
Yeah. And I think what they then discover too is that when they get older, let's say they get ill and they really can't work for anybody, they then won't have put in the 40 quarters that they need.
Exactly.
Because you have to have worked on the same job for at least 10 years in order for you to get any kind of your benefit from all the money you put back into over that time that you've been working a job. And so that's what I'm seeing right now with your age group, is that y'all don't have stability on jobs. And to me, that's scary, because what if you get a job that you love and then in 3 months you're doing really well and you go get an apartment, right?
Right.
And then 6 months from then, that job lays you off, or you decide you're sick of that job. Let me tell you something. You can't wake up and just quit, because guess what your rent do?
Right.
I don't see that fire in y'all, though.
Yeah, we don't have it.
Why?
Because it's
how you gonna pay your rent?
Because we feel like it's easier now. We don't need a job. Like, we can go make a business. We can go do something like that'll make us money like that.
But why don't a lot of y'all do it?
They don't have the mindset.
Ah, got it. It's a mindset.
The mindset, yeah. Like,
what do you think it takes to get the mindset, other than experiencing something?
You have to want it.
Yeah.
A lot of times people just want money. They don't care about a mindset.
I got you.
Like, they don't care. They don't care about having the mindset. Because I felt, to me, mindset is longevity. That's going to be the longevity, because you can always make money in different quarters of your life, like different ways. Yeah. But your mindset, you can't acquire a mindset within like 5 days. Yeah, that comes with experience. You have to want. You have to know what your end goal is, and a lot of people's end goals is just making money. They don't have an actual goal.
Are 21-year-olds in your age group, are y'all doing any personal development?
I think now it's
reading, listening to motivational speakers, like getting your mind ready to listen.
No, people's motivation tend to come from like
TikTok,
memes online. Yeah, like memes online. Like, I'll see something on Instagram that'll be like, keep going, whatever you're doing. Da, da, da. That's our motivation now. We don't want to go read it. We don't want to go.
You don't want to read a 300-page book, huh?
Yeah. Like, we don't want to have to do all that. Like, can't I just make my business
and make my money? So you're truly in a microwave mindset where you want everything quick, fast, and a hurry, and it's done.
Yeah. Like, if someone told me, oh, you can create this business right now, and tomorrow you'll have $5,000. Somebody gonna do it. Like, somebody my age is gonna be like, okay. But they're like, you know, the other time, like, you'll only make the $5,000 tomorrow. You're not gonna make the $5,000, you know.
Right. But you're gonna take that quick $5,000.
Yeah, I'll take the $5,000. People always say, I'll just flip it. They don't even be knowing how to flip it either.
If you had it your way and you have a choice and you could literally choose the door A, never work again, but skate by and have still pretty much everything you want, or B, get out on your own, do your own thing, but you gotta work a job to do it. Which one would you take?
I would rather be free. I wouldn't do it.
Exactly.
If I could skate by,
if you could skate
skating.
by, you will.
Baby,
You're on a roller derby, huh?
I'm skating because what? That's how I feel right now. Like I haven't been really working, but I've been working on myself, and I feel like that has given me more rewards than actually like actual money.
Out working.
Yeah. So the stuff that I know and the stuff that I have taught myself literally the past month, a lot of people my age don't know, and they don't care about it, and they don't care. They're not in the
I'm glad you say and they don't care, because then that gives me a perspective of no matter what any adult says, they don't care.
It's like you can't
that helps me.
I feel like I will say people my age, because I thought the same thing.
Yeah.
You can't tell me what is gonna work and what's not gonna work, because the world is so easy now. I can make money anywhere or anyway.
There's a quote that I love that Jill Scott said, and she said, "If you can tell me what to do, then you can tell me what to do." In other words, you can't tell me what to do, I ain't gonna listen. But if you have enough authority, then you can. Then you can. Right? Child, I'm just ruined with a lot of these quotes that I hear from people. Just like another quote that Steve Harvey said, I'll never forget. He said, "Are you with the person that you're the person of their dream?" Mm-hmm. And I'm just like, I don't even want to be with nobody if I ain't the person of their dream. Like, right. I don't want to be sitting next to you and you dreaming about somebody else. Like, I'm ruined because of that. Because it's like, if you ain't dreaming about me, then I'm not the one for you then. Yeah. And then that quote with Jill Scott about, if you could tell me what to do, you could tell me what to do. It's like, you're right. Because there's some people that there's absolutely nothing they could tell me that I would value and follow. Like, I'm not going to follow you.
Dating too, like as far as me dating.
Exactly.
Like you've always said I'm so masculine or whatever. Like
I never said you were masculine. I said you have masculine energy and that you need a man that can tell you what to do, because you're not going to listen to anyone. You're going to run all over them, because you're like me. You give me an inch and I'm going to take 15 miles and I'm going to stomp all over you. And I've always said that about a man, that if I don't value or trust you enough to respect you to follow you, you will never be my man, because you will never have control of me.
Exactly.
And I will be a wild wildebeest.
Felt like, as far as like the guys that like,
let's just go right on into dating.
Yeah,
then.
that's the guys that I have talked to. I don't want to say they can't handle me, but it's just like,
it's true, because you will run over them.
It's not even that. It's just like, if I can't trust, like, what you're saying is, you know, solid, like, you know, you're a man, like, you know what you're talking about, because most of the time it's always me. I know what I'm talking about. I'm like, look, you don't do it like that. Do it like this and watch this. And they're like, oh, okay, you know, she's right. So, you know, guys nowadays, they'll let, you know, the woman, you know, take the charge or whatever. Right. But I don't want to do that. I do that every day of my life. I want to be able to go out, work a job, or not work a job, but like, you know, be out making my money, we come home and I don't have to worry about being in charge. I don't want to figure out what we eating. You tell me. Or I don't want to figure out where we going, You tell me. I can decide. Now, I because I'm in
charge. You kind of sound like me when I was in my 20s and 30s and 40s. I was saying, I'm in charge of everything in my life. It would be nice to have somebody else in charge of the other stuff. That's in charge of something else. Right, because like I'm not going to take 100% lead of everything, because then I don't respect you as a man.
Exactly. And then whatever you say to me, I'm just going to be like, okay, yeah, whatever. That's how I was. Like, there was only one guy who I actually valued what he said, because he knew what he was talking about and he could show it. So I was just like, okay, I can trust him. Like, whatever he says, it's like, okay, you might be right, but I'm still gonna check it though. But you might be right.
Strong women like you, and I hate to say strong because it just sounds ugh, but women like you who know what they want, tend to be like women like me who you pretty much need an older man. And the reason you need, and I'm not saying he got to be 75 years old. I'm talking about you need an older person who has some wisdom, who has some authority, who you trust, somebody who, if they say jump, you don't even say hi, you just get to jumping, because that might save your life. Yeah. You know, like I used to tell y'all when y'all was kids, and I would say, if somebody break in the house, you know, y'all need to listen to what, if I say go out the garage, y'all need to do what I say do, because this is life and death, you know, type of situation. So that's why I saw this thing on Instagram the other day, and they asked the question, why is it that older men, and they showed a man who like you maybe 60 something, and then a girl who looked like she was like 25 or something. They said, why are older men waiting to get married, and they want to marry younger women? And I put a comment on that post. I said, y'all are missing the whole point. The point is that an older man would want a younger woman because they like your young energy, they like your enthusiasm, they like your oomph about you, and you're younger. You help keep them young, just like kids keep older people young. And then of course a young woman would want to marry an older man because she's going to trust him. He has the authority. He's kind of like a father figure to her, but not in a fatherly way, but just I trust what my daddy's saying.
Yeah.
You know
Even
what I'm saying?
if it's just
and
like
he can go from daddy to zaddy. So it's like people don't understand that dynamics. They just look at it like, oh, he just wants some younger girl. It's not that.
Even if he's like just 7 years older.
It's an energy transference. Mm-hmm. So that's interesting to know. So let me ask you this then, since we're getting it from your perspective. Why is it that you think that, what do you think it is about people who like they have a parent that tries to show them the way, but at 21 y'all don't listen? In y'all 20s period.
It's not that we not listening. We hear y'all. We hear y'all all the time because y'all talk so much. We hear
I feel attacked.
We hear what y'all are saying. We get it. Sure. Whatever. But it's just like, I'm going to have to figure it out on my own. And sometimes y'all don't want us to figure it out on our own and have to go through it.
Figure it out? Because I've even said to you, here's what I think you should do. I think you shouldn't worry about a 9 to 5 right now. I think that you should do your real estate thing because you seem to really think that that's what you want to do. You're going through the process right now. You should, be doing that. And then even once you finish that and get your test, at least you'll be working in the field that you want. But by working all these other frivolous jobs where you're there and then you're not there, and then you discover you really need to be studying because that doesn't give you time to study because you don't manage your time the way I think you should. And that's just my opinion. It doesn't have to be true. But why is it that you think that the 20-year-olds, because this is where the complaint is from parents, why do you think it is the 20-year-olds don't want to bypass all of that and get right to it?
We want to figure it out on our own. I will say, everybody that's my age, I always tend to like throw things back, not throw things back, but I always try to figure stuff out, even like through astrology. A lot of people my age, they're like Neptune or their Uranus is in Aquarius. Aquarius is the sign of individualism. We're going to do what we want. So I feel like a lot of the people my age and in my generation, because that sign stays in that sign for a generation, like a full 11 to 31 years. So
you're in that phase right now?
I feel like no, it's already done. Like the new generation is in a different one. I feel like that's low key like why we are the way that a lot of us are. We're just individuals. People our age, we seen y'all struggle. We don't have to as much. Like
that's true.
We can.
That's true.
We can do stuff like this now. So I feel like that's what it is. Somebody my age, we think we know everything.
That's true.
Because everything has been like made for us. Basically, technology has
everything
helped
is catered to you.
Yeah, everything is catered to us. So it's just like you can sit here and talk.
It's so funny to me.
In the face
it's so funny to me.
Tell me what you want me to do, or what you feel like I should do, or what you feel like somebody my age should do. They're gonna be like, oh, okay, they're gonna hear you. We'll take a couple pointers, but I'm gonna do it my way.
Right. That's so funny to me that everything truly is catered to y'all, but y'all don't have disposable cash. So that's the funny thing to me, that all the advertisers and all the commercials and everything is catered to the young group. But
we're not the ones with money.
But y'all not the ones with money. And so they forget about this whole group over here who actually has some money to spend. But I think they figured out what you just said, that even though y'all are young and don't have the money, y'all gonna figure out how to get the money.
We don't have to figure out how to get the money to buy some stuff that we can show our friends.
Exactly.
That's what it is.
Exactly.
That's what it is.
That is like, so freaking true.
We gonna figure it out. Like if I was to see a commercial or something and it was like $500, I'd be like, oh my gosh, I like that. Let me see where I can get $500 so I can buy that. And I don't care if I just get $500. I'm still gonna spend my money on the $5. I'm still gonna spend the full $5 on that thing. That's how a lot of people my age think. Like they will spend to the nub until like just to be able to
y'all
say
do that.
I wanted it,
y'all
so
do
I
that.
have it.
I have seen you do that. I've seen you get paid. Let's just say you have $300-$400, I've seen you spend down to $10, and I'm like, oh my God, why didn't
and
she make that stretch out until she gets paid again?
And it'll be because I wanted to buy a new wig,
get your hair, your nails done.
I wanted to get my nails done. Like, I gotta keep up so I can show people. That's what it is. That's what it comes
crazy perspective.
Yeah, that's what the world is now. That's because of social media.
How long you think this gonna last?
It's gonna be a long time. I don't think it's coming to an end anytime soon.
So you think all the social media has increased?
It's about to get worse. Did you not hear about the virtual reality? Yeah, it's about to get worse. Like, it's actually not gonna get better.
So now not only will you be trying to impress the people that are here on the earth, but you're gonna try to impress the metaverse.
Now you gotta impress the people that's watching Snoop Dogg with me in this concert. It's virtual reality.
And you're right about that, because when I saw that they were selling land in the metaverse and they were selling homes that they're never gonna live in.
Right.
Even though it's $72 million, but you're never gonna live in it. It's like, it reminds me of that game. What's that game y'all used to play when y'all were kids? Sims, yeah. Like, you can play that game all day long, but you don't own $7 million worth of property.
Exactly.
So how people are buying that on the blockchain, I don't even understand. My mind cannot wrap around it. But I'm not going to ignore it, because I ignored the Jetsons when I was a kid, because flying cars and flat screen TVs, none of that was a reality to me. Now I see it all. And now I'm going back and I'm doing a whole expose on the Jetsons, because it all makes it. It even had body contouring in there, girl. It had everything. The robot dogs, everything was in there. And it's so funny, because about a month or two ago, I forgot what country it was, they rolled out their robot dogs that had AK-47s on their head and was guarding the dogs. Yeah, I was just like, okay, that's scary, because once it doesn't look cool. It looks like if they malfunction, a bunch of innocent people gonna die. And robots.
Cool, Will Smith did a great job in iRobot. I want to shout out Will Smith. He did a great job. iRobot was a very wonderful movie. It's very scary, but yeah, because she did trip out. Yeah. She did trip out in there, girl. That's the robot.
I don't remember seeing the whole. I don't remember seeing the whole thing. It's been so long ago.
Actually gonna watch it.
Is it? What is it on?
This little website I be getting.
Oh, I thought it was on Netflix or something. I was gonna
Y'all didn't hear that.
Shh, don't say that. Right. Allegedly,
okay, so what's
right?
Another category?
I would say another category would be, from your 21-year-old perspective. We've already talked about friends on another show. We've talked about now social media and how that's going. We've talked about career. You explained that as best as a 21-year-old. I mean, I think parents need to start thinking about that. No matter what we think y'all should be doing for longevity, y'all gonna do what y'all want to do, just because it's quick, fast, in a hurry or whatever. Mm-hmm. I guess I would have to say, from your 21-year-old perspective, how important is health and beauty?
Oh, girl, that's everything.
Because you got to show.
Nothing else. Show. Yeah, nothing else matters. If you don't look good, baby, nobody looking at you, and nobody worry about what you got going on.
But you've had that mindset for so long. I remember when you were a teenager, and I would say, "Come go to the corner store." I ain't got my makeup on. We're going to.
Now, don't lie in front of these people. Now, let's be honest. When I was younger, I really didn't care. But
I said teenager. I didn't say when you were young like that. I said when you were a teenager, meaning like 16, 17, 18, when you started.
That's okay. So when I started wearing makeup, I will speak for myself, because now I got to defend myself. Y'all, they done tried to get me, y'all.
Oh, so first she was blackballed. Now
I'm being attacked.
Now she's
no, look.
Woo!
Only thing I can say, as far as when I say stuff like that, my thing is, baby, you don't never know who you gonna meet. and I, you know, I'm so friendly. I meet so many people, and you know. Like I explained to you the other
we know
day,
you're friendly, because when you were 2 and you were sitting in the basket at HEB and the man said, "Oh my God, what is her name?" and you said, "Cutie."
Yeah.
I mean, just answer. And you was like 3 years old. You weren't even supposed to be talking to strangers. And he was like, "Oh my God, she's so beautiful. What is her name?" And you say, "Cutie."
Mm-hmm. And he better act like he knew.
I was like, this is a problem right here. This is a problem.
And like I told you the other day, though, like when my cosmetology teacher like kind of instilled in me as far as like looking professional and looking like good and you know whatever stuff like that. That's one reason why. But as far as beauty and health, beauty is the number one thing. Mm-hmm. Health is not as important to people in my age.
Wow, so you could be dying on this, but as long as you look fine.
But I'm talking about bows weak, but as long as you look good.
About to crumble at the
rattling.
But as long as your weave look good and your eyelashes look
that's true. Like Like, long as your
that
hair looks
is
good.
crazy.
I literally always post on my Instagram, like, the vitamins that I be buying, and I'm like, y'all need to make sure y'all are good on the inside and the outside.
Yeah.
Because people might...
Seriously.
Y'all, they party all day. Oh, my gosh.
The amount of drinking and smoking that people your age do now without thinking about the repercussions, it makes me just, it bothers me.
And you know how people say, like, just live in the moment. Yes, to an extent. Because you still have to, unfortunately, we still have to think about the future. We're going to have things that we need to be here for, like our kids.
And by the time you're 30, you don't want to look 50. Because you've been hard up drinking and smoking and just for no reason.
I have friends that literally go out and celebrate almost every night. What are you First off, you don't even got no money. What are you celebrating? Like, what is there to celebrate? You should be worried about waking up for your job tomorrow. Like, not, like, worry about something else, like other things. But people always want to. It's always
party. It's always a party.
Yes. Hey, baby girl.
Why is that? Why is it always a party?
People my age.
Yeah. Why is it always a party?
People my age will literally be like, "Oh my gosh, do y'all want to go do a picnic? We can drink too. Everything we got to drink before." Everything we gotta smoke before we go do it, or we gotta drink before.
How do you say to those friends, not today? I'm not going.
What you mean?
I mean, how do you? Because sometimes people feel a guilt trip of saying no to their friends.
No, I'm grown. If I say no, it's no. And I also had to teach my friends. I had to teach them this. If I change my mind, it is changed. Don't sit here and ask me and tell me that I'm always.
That's what annoys me is when people
ask me why I changed my mind or like
no means no.
I remember I was on the phone with one of my friends yesterday and I had to change my mind. And I told her I was like, you know what? Actually, no, I'm not gonna come over because like I just don't feel like it no more. Like, and she was like, you always BS and da 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 da. I was like, girl, I don't care about none of this stuff you talking about right now. I changed my mind.
That's interesting that because at some point you're gonna get sick of that and that person won't be your friend anymore. I'm gonna tell you why.
Okay.
Because it's almost like people try to pressure you or taunt you because when you get sick of something, you're sick of it.
Yeah.
And then they'll say like, oh man, you don't know how to have fun no more. Why you don't want to drink or why you don't want to smoke or why you don't want to do this? It's like, because it gets old.
I'm not really like a drinker. I'll go and I'll get like a margarita or a cocktail. I'll drink like drinks, like actual like taste good, whatever. Mm-hmm. That taking shot stuff, I don't care about it. Like, I do not care.
Do you ever feel pressure though to be like, okay,
no,
all my friends are doing it?
No, because I am an individual and I know me and if I see this also what I had to teach my friends about telling the truth. Mm-hmm. You can tell the truth to other people, but you also have to tell the truth to yourself. You need to be honest with yourself, and I only say it because when you like don't express how you truly feel, that copies into the universe and copy paste. So you're gonna get more issues where you're not comfortable with expressing your true self. I'm always gonna keep it 100. I'll lose some friends because of it, but it is what it is. I kept it honest and I kept it myself. If I don't feel like drinking, I'm not drinking. If I don't feel like smoking, I probably still am, but I'm not.
But what if you got a whole new set of friends and they said, look, we don't drink and we don't smoke. So
then that's them, and I'm not going.
No, I'm saying, and we don't want to be around you if that's what you want to do. Would you be friends with that group of people?
They just said they don't want to be around me.
They said they don't want to be around you if you have to drink and smoke. Would you just not be friends with them?
I would just wouldn't bring it around them.
Right.
I respect it. Like, if you say you don't drink and smoke, I don't really drink, so I would be like, okay, I can deal with the drinking. I smoke occasionally, so I'll be like, okay, if a friend group was to tell me like, hey Paiton, like we don't really drink and smoke, that's why we don't really want to hang out with you that much because we're not smokers.
Right.
I'll be like, okay, I will meet y'all wherever after I smoke or after I whatever or before or after, but I'm not gonna stop being me for other people.
So let's go into this last phase. When's the smoking phase gonna be up? Because I'm sick of it.
It'll be up when the wind tells me it's up. I don't know. Like, I don't smoke because...
I'm so annoyed with everybody smoking, and it doesn't even matter what age group they are. I'm so annoyed with it being glorified. I'm so annoyed with walking outside and smelling. I was literally driving down Highway 6 North the other day, coming from the other side of town, Monday, coming from the other side of town, and literally right when I got to a certain area, I had to let my windows up because all I smelled was weed. I don't know if it was coming from somebody's car or if it was just in the air, but when I tell you I'm so sick of it, I am just...
Yeah, but I feel like that goes into minding your business.
Like I'm minding my business, but you're putting smell into my body.
You're not. I'm just saying, like, as far as like when
like drinking, I can't smell it on you because I'm not close to you. But if I'm smelling your smoke into my car where I'm minding my own business, or if I'm smelling your smoke just because I'm walking in the mall or I'm at the concert or something.
Right.
You pretty much invading my privacy of my what I want to smell.
I mean,
it's the disrespect.
I mean, so if somebody was just musty, they're just invading your space.
Yeah, because that's improper hygiene in public. And I think that if you want to be funky, you stay at the house. But you don't go out and put all your funk. Now, if you funky and I can't smell you, that ain't my business. But if you all up in my face,
if you musty and everybody in the room can smell it, I feel like
that's disrespectful hygienically.
That is very disrespectful hygienically. But I am going to mind my business. Like, if you smell like weed and I'm and let's say 5, 10, 15 years from now, I'm not a smoker no more and I can't stand the smell of it. What am I gonna do? That's just gonna like get you to just be like, oh wow, you
just
know what?
don't be around that person, I guess.
I mean, no, I'm just saying, like you said, this is public, right?
Oh, okay.
If somebody walk in and they smoking weed, what am I gonna do? They smell like they smoke. What am I supposed to do? I'm not finna be like,
I say call the cops.
You're a smoker. Ooh,
I say call the cops.
No, I mind my business. That's the thing. And I always tell people, like, because I smoke or whatever, sure, it may be a phase. I may not even be a smoker within the next 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 12, 35 years. Mm-hmm. But for right now, I want to do it because I want to do it. That's
so
it.
You want to do it because you want to do it and you don't care what the repercussions health-wise would be.
I never said
road.
that. I just said it's something that I want to do. I'll deal with the consequences. And down the road, I'll probably be like, dang, I shouldn't have smoked that as much as I did.
That is a 21-year-old's perspective there.
Like,
wow.
I mean, like,
I was the total opposite.
So, y'all was doing coke.
No, y'all didn't do no. I never even seen coke.
I'm saying, like, back in the day, people was doing coke. They didn't care about the repercussions.
This is the reason why I never did drugs when I was growing up, because I always thought to myself, yeah, but one, I don't want to look old when I get old, and two, I didn't want to have any health, complications that cause from people doing drugs. So that's why I never did drugs growing up. I never was around people who did drugs. If you smoked cigarettes and you was in school with me, you ain't finna see me. You ain't finna see. Well, that was what it was back then. It wasn't weed. It was cigarettes. If you drink liquor and you invite me to your parties, babe, I never showed up because, one, I always felt like drinkers were buffoons. Because they would get that look in them and then they would turn into another person and get wild. So in my opinion, I think drinkers are buffoons. And when I say drinkers, I'm talking about drunkards. I'm not talking about your one margarita. I'm talking about drunkards. People who they don't know when to stop.
Yeah.
Well, not only they drink just for fun, but they just keep drinking until they feel like a lush.
Yeah. Just
disgusting. They consider that lit, and I don't, because I find those to be buffoons. So even as an adult going networking, and I'd be invited to private parties at people's houses where you get to meet, senators and all that stuff for networking. And I would be at events and I would be seeing people falling out just drunk. Just one lady fell out and bust her teeth open. She was an attorney, big time profile attorney. And I just was like, really, was that all worth it? Now you done busted out your 3 front teeth. You can't even drive home. They didn't have to call the ambulance because you done fell out. And just because you had too many drinks at this Christmas party, like, what are you doing? Yeah. Like, that is so embarrassing. So, I don't know. I just never wanted to be around people like that.
To each his own, yeah. And that's the only thing you really can't control. You can't control other people and what they do.
That's true.
Everybody has free will. They can do what they want to do.
But you have the choice not to be around them.
If you're around it or not.
Exactly. So that's why when I was your age, I would have never.
I always tell people, like, at the end of the day, I'm going to do what I want to do. You're going to do what you want to do. And I'll accept you if, I can bear it. But I tend to accept everyone, so I don't care, like, what happens.
That's a good word. You said, what makes you not be able to bear it?
What?
At your age. You said you'll be around them if you can bear it. What would make you be like, I can't?
I can't be around people that are too depressed. I cannot bear that. Because I'm not a sad person.
You're right.
I'm not, of course people get sad
low
all the
vibing.
time.
What about low vibing people?
I'm talking about, low vibes where it's just like every day there's something to complain about. I don't live that life.
Yeah.
So I love you, but we don't need to talk all the time, and you don't need, like, sometimes it does suck. You end up stopping being friends with people who, you thought you'd be friends with forever. But everybody goes through chapters. So however they are for like these past couple years, they may not be like that within 5. And I'll meet you back in 5.
Right. And I used to always say people are in your life for a reason, a season, or a lifetime.
Exactly.
And sometimes it's really for a reason. I've noticed in the last 10 years that people have been in my life for a reason, and then when it's done, it's done. Mm-hmm. And it's like you just accept that and you move on and you see what you learned.
And you feel how you feel.
Exactly.
Emotions pass just like that person did.
Exactly. So, last question. I know that was going to be the last one, but the last question is, at your age, how are you making new friends? Like, what's your modus operandus? Like, how do you make new friends, or you don't do that?
Oh, girl, I make new friends on the flight. That's where I've made literally most of my friends. Like, if somebody from a flight, go out. Go get that drink or two. Go do something where everybody else is at. I'm going to a real estate convention, actually, with Alexa.
When is that?
In a couple days.
Where?
I don't know where it's at, though. I'm assuming it's downtown, though.
Okay, I think I saw that on Instagram. That's why I was asking. It was saying something about 15 of the top billionaire real estate people are going to be there talking. Oh, yeah.
Over like 800 people are going to be there.
Yeah, is it free?
I think so, yeah.
Okay.
Or she can give me the tickets. We talked about it. She was on her break, so she was talking kind of fast.
Oh, that's going to be nice. Dress real cute.
Yeah. So, you go out wherever. I say this. Whatever type of people you want to be friends with, you need to go where they are.
Remember we talked about this last summer.
I was talking to Alexa about that literally on the phone. I was like, if you want to meet millionaires, you may not walk across this. Like, a millionaire may not be across the street standing from you right now.
Right.
But you need
go
to go
where they are.
They are. Because they're not going to be where you are.
Exactly.
That's what I told her. I was like,
me and you talked about that last
are.
summer because you were saying that you needed a new set of friends. You wanted friends that travel. You want friends that, are ambitious and doing their own thing. Friends that, enthusiastic about life. And I was like, you even said, yeah, I got to go and I got to be, because you were saying, you were telling your friends, let's do some different things. Let's go hang out in this area. Do that. And that is so very true. I know women right now, single women especially, who will go to the, let's just say the Marriott Hotel downtown to the bar after work, and they'll eat and whatever, and they sit and they talk to men. They end up meeting lawyers and doctors and dentists and all kinds of people. And I know a lady who did that, and she ended up marrying a dentist. Mm-hmm. So it does work.
That's how it works. But a lot of people my age, we just gonna stick to the people we know. Like, please stick to the rivers and the lakes.
Every time you always want to bring the little cat voice out. Shut up.
I'm a single girl, but so people my age, they'd rather stick to the people that they're used to.
Yeah, comfort zone.
I do not want to stick to the people that I'm used to. I want to meet people. I want to meet somebody that grew up. And it's supposed to be a princess when they get older. Like, I want to meet all types of people.
Yeah, I was thinking about for my birthday going up to maybe Arizona and going to like a women's retreat type of thing where I could just go and meet some new people and just hang out for a week. But it's a healthy food retreat thing where you just eat salads and smoothies every day. It's like you do a detox and yoga and all that. I was like, I think I might do that for my birthday. I'm not sure, but... because this is my last year celebrating my birthday. Did I tell you that? No. Yeah, this is my last year celebrating my birthday. I'm not going to celebrate it or highlight it or do anything anymore. I'm turning 50 and I'm just like, okay, I'm good.
I feel like, how like our group from New Mexico was all from literally across the street?
Yep.
Everybody.
Every single person.
I feel like something like that just as easily. You could have been like, oh, like when you get home, we should go da-da-da. Mm-hmm. That's how I am. Like, I'd be like, well, why are you in Houston?
That's so funny. You go all the way to New Mexico. You're in a group of about 20 people and everybody's from Texas.
Everybody's
from Houston or somewhere. It's like, what?
It's the thing.
And we didn't even plan that.
What caught me off guard was everybody was from Houston. Somebody like from Dallas.
No.
Austin. Everybody was from Houston.
Yeah, that was
like,
exciting.
oh, we're in Montgomery. I'm like, we down the street.
Right. It's just crazy how that happened. And we should have all traded numbers, but I think it was so cold. Our mind was like we're freezing. We're from Texas. We ain't used to this. Well, you have given a really great perspective coming from the mind of a 21-year-old. I felt like you were honest. First time ever. Just kidding. No, but I felt like you were honest with 3 perspectives. One was that we're going to do what we want to do. We can make quick money or not. We don't care. Yeah. 2, with, the career. Yeah, we know we have the potential or whatever, but we'd rather take the fast track on everything. Yeah. And then I think that you were honest about, hey, this is what our friends want to do. This is what we're going to do. And we'd rather kind of stay in our own shell. And it takes a different mindset to go ahead and get out of the shell, but you got to fix your mind on doing that if that's what you want to do. And I'm glad that you're going to go to that real estate convention, because networking, you can't beat it. There's no other topic I could even tell you, because networking is what built my businesses. So when you get out and you get to meeting people and you get to trading phone numbers and you still got them business cards?
I think I do, actually.
Okay, you start giving out your number and people want to hook you up. The first thing they'll say is, hey, I know you're in real estate school or whatever. We're getting ready to have a little meetup or whatever, and I want to introduce you to some, high-powered people. I mean, even I have friends that are like, hey, I'll mentor your daughter and teach her how to sell her first $1 million property and all. Like, you can't get that kind of teaching without
staying in your bubble.
Exactly.
Like, you can't.
And here's a trick too. You can stay in your bubble and be out of your bubble at the same time.
Yeah, you can be in your energy and in others at
like
the same
me.
time.
I have literally run 5 different lives at one time. When y'all were kids, I had to raise y'all. When I had to go, y'all went to the babysitter, right? that's a different life. I was on my mission with speaking and stuff and traveling all over the world with all these 60 and 70 people. Still, I was a mother, running a business, being out networking, doing everything, having a personal life, everything. And still, I managed to juggle 5, 6, 7 different things at one time. And not because that was just the way my mind is made up. It was just that I know that being a parent, you have to decide that you also still have a life of your own.
Yeah.
Being a person who wants to work for yourself, you can still have a life of your own.
Yeah, and that's
having a 9 to 5
age.
job, you can still have another life of your own that doesn't have anything to do with that.
People my age, they'll literally say like, I'll rest when I'm dead.
Oh, God.
Or, it's all about the grind nowadays and making money again so you can show other people.
That's fine, but just take care of yourself.
And I always tell people, I'm like, but baby, one thing about me, I'm going to rest.
Right.
I'm going to
get my sleep.
Because the people, they're always like, well, the people that are actually making money, they don't sleep a lot. Says who? They do. They sleep.
Because they manage their time
because they know health. I mean, wealth. No, wait. Health is wealth.
Health is wealth.
So when you're healthy, you're wealthy.
Right.
Like when your mind is healthy and you know.
And they figured out how to manage their time. Too.
Yes, they figured out how to manage their minds. That's what a lot of stuff comes down to. They learn how to manage their emotions and their minds and their physical stuff, of course, too. But people my age, they're like, baby, I ain't worried about all that. As long as I got money, I'll be good.
And then when they 25 and 30 years old, they looking 45
sadness.
and 50.
Yes,
and
they're sad.
And then you can't go back and grab that 21-year-old age. You've already wasted those 10 years.
Exactly. And people
when you could have been living your best life.
People always think you're wasting your 20s when you're not partying so much.
Right.
I don't believe that.
Yeah.
I feel like you're wasting your 20s when you're not trying to build for your 30s.
Would your teacher ask you when you were 16, you're really going to go to Puerto Rico for your birthday during school year? You were like, yeah, what work do I need to have? Because I'll bring it back when I come back.
Exactly, baby.
Did she think you were going to say, well, I'll just stay here and tell my mom, never mind?
Right. Like, baby, I'm gone.
Exactly.
I'm going to experience it because I may not experience it again.
Exactly.
So I'm out of here.
Exactly. Like all those spring break and summer vacations and stuff y'all had. My goal is to let you remember something that you could have not gotten to do because a lot of kids your age didn't get to travel. I mean, I think you're probably more traveled than all your friends.
Oh, definitely.
And I don't even know them all.
Some of them don't even have passports still.
Exactly.
And they're 21, 22, 23, 24.
And I would think by now every day everybody would have a passport, even a piece of passport.
I asked one of my friends like if they want to come to Mexico. She's like, do I have to get a passport? I was like, yes, first of all, but why don't you?
And as soon as you would have asked me that, I would have went ahead and got the passport. So the day that you pop up and say, hey, my mom says the ban has lifted. Our tickets are booked to Mexico. Are you going with us?
Remember the 2 friends I took? We had to get their passports.
Exactly.
We had to tell them to get
it.
it.
I'm so glad they did what I told them to do. Go get the 1 day, pay the $180, be done with it. If you want to go, you want to go. And I'm telling you, they jumped on it. And I was happy. Some people say, yeah, they be hemming and hawing. It's like, I'm not going to babysit you. You either want to go or not. Yeah. Give me your money to pay for your ticket. And if you don't get that passport, then you're not getting no money back. But that's just the way it is. But I know that right now they probably realize how grateful they are to have gotten that passport.
Oh, Kylan talks about the trip. We were just talking about it the other day. She's like,
when is she gonna use her passport again?
She was like, now Paiton, you are the only friend I would ever trust that if you say we finna go out of the country tomorrow, I'm gonna say, well, I'm going.
You tell her to prepare her little self because as soon as this ban is lifted, out.
Yeah, she was like, you're the only friend I trust to take
I want
me
to
out
stay
the
at least a week or 2, and I thought to myself, I might just say, forget, we won't go to Mexico, but go like to Croatia or somewhere that's on my list, somewhere else that's on my list. Europe, though. That's fine. That's fine. I want to go, my thing on my bucket list that I've been, and also I really have promised Savon that we're going to go back to Japan. Yeah. So
there's
now,
so much to do there.
Yeah. So there's, oh my God. We had a list of 100 things. We got 87 done.
Yeah.
So I still got 20-something more things to do. And I'm still trying to keep my leg strength up because there's that 1,200 step walk up I still want to do too. And I have prepared and exercised, and not literally, but, prepared my legs to do that. And, the most steps I did up was in Malaysia. I did that 127 steps, almost died. But anyway, it's like there's just things. I want to do the Great Wall of China. Don't know if we'll ever get to go to China again with everything going on, but there's just places that I want to go. Mexico is close and around the corner, so that's easy to think, okay, let's go, cheap or whatever, but there's just so many other places on my list. I'm so glad for my birthday I got to go to Costa Rica because that was on the list too, to hang out in the jungle. I definitely go back there, and I would never go back by myself. I mean, it was really scary being there by myself and going on all those tours and stuff by myself, but because I was just like, man, I must really have a good faith because anything could have happened in the jungle. Nobody spoke English. So I just basically coasted because there were no other Americans there that I met. So it was just really scary. Yeah, really scary. I want to go to Taipei. I want to go to Kofifi Island. I mean, there's so many other places in Asia that I want to go. And it's like, I hope that time permits that I'm able to still go to some of these places without so many travel bans. But
I know.
you did a good job. You did a good job, Paiton.
Thank you.
All right. Well,
that's a good show.
Yeah, this is a good show. Oh, God. Okay, it's your show. Go ahead and end us.
I don't know how you end it, but like, comment, subscribe. I'm going to read the comments, and I'm going to reply back to y'all because I'm pretty funny, so I know y'all would like me. I know y'all would like me. But yeah, so follow us on Instagram. I don't know.
Follow us on Instagram. It's mother, daughter.
Write me a script.
What?
Write me a script.
You didn't even do it on there?
No, I'm saying like
Are you on our Instagram?
Yes, I'm saying I need to learn the script.
Oh, okay.
Write me a
well,
script.
It's not even a script. I just say it off the top of my head, but I will. So also subscribe to our podcast on Instagram. It's mother-daughter-ish_, and then make sure that you subscribe on YouTube, because YouTube is where they can see how many people are listening to our podcast, and we really want to monetize the podcast. And also, don't forget, if you would like to support our podcast financially, because on Saturdays we do our out and about outings, and we like to bring nice tasty food places and out and about places. No matter what city or what state we're in, we're going to get out and figure out what's exciting. We do have it coming up at the end of the month that we have Atlanta Women Expo.
Atlanta, yeah.
And that's in Atlanta the 21st and 22nd weekend. And then we have I'm so excited, the White Label Retail Memorial Day weekend. Can you imagine Memorial Day weekend in Las Vegas? It's going to be a wild jungle there. And then when we leave there, we're going to ride 5 hours away and go see your brother in Utah. So we've got a lot coming up at the end of May, if time permits, and everything stays the same and nothing exciting happens that stops us. But that's our show for today, coming from a 21-year-old's perspective. I think it's so important for mothers to ask the questions that I just asked, because sometimes we just don't get it.
Yeah.
We try to get it. We want to get it, but we just don't get it because we're like,
generation gap.
Yeah, it's a
the
huge
gap. The gap.
I mean, I thought there was a gap between me and Angie having a conversation. But me and you, it's like two whole nother worlds.
It's like 5 gaps.
It's
like 5 gaps.
It's really, really gap. It's really, really a very noticeable gap. And sometimes I have to sit back and go like, what was the thought process behind? I don't get it. Coming from my age perspective, we look at everything as disrespect. Oh, that's just disrespectful.
Yes,
but it's not necessarily that. It could just be like we don't speak the same language, and I mean that literally.
Yeah.
Like we're not talking the same. You're saying one thing, but I'm hearing something else, or you're hearing one thing because I didn't say that.
What you're saying means something different when I'm hearing it.
Right. It's almost like a different language, but. That is our show for today. Paiton did a really good job.
Paiton did.
Oh my gosh, she's speaking in third
Paiton
person.
Signing out. That's gonna be my new outro.
Paiton signing
out. P out. Wait, P Millie out.
P Millie out. Okay, all right. P Breezy, P Breezy or whatever. All right, then that's our show for today, and bye for now.
Bye, y'all.